Yo, you ever feel like you're not making enough sales inside of your sales funnels? I know I feel like that all of the time. So check it out. If you want to scale, you gotta know what levers to pull in order to max out those conversions. And that's exactly what we're gonna be talking about in this video. So let's go ahead and dive in because I got the top tips that's gonna help you make more sales inside of your sales funnel. And here's a hint, it has nothing to do with the color of your button. So let's go ahead and dive right in on what actually will move the needle. Okay, so we're gonna start at the top, and you gotta write better headlines. That's the first thing that the person sees when they land on the page. I read a really cool book by Brendan Kane. It was called Hook Points, where basically he says that you only have 3 seconds to grab somebody's attention online and for them to decide if they want to continue reading or watching, or if they're just going to keep scrolling or leave the page or whatever. And that holds true in your sales funnels as well. So what you want to do is this. After you have some data as far as some conversion figures that you can use as a control, start testing different headlines and seeing if you can actually beat those other numbers. Right? And if you're new to the channel, my name is Dwayne Gaddis. This channel is all about list building, sales funnels, lead generation, conversion, all of that great stuff. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're into those sort of things. But let's talk about the next thing. All right, so the next thing is this. You want to get more aggressive and bold in your copy. Dan Kennedy talks about this a lot. If you're lukewarm and boring and kind of passive in your copy and you're scared to make bold claims, then that is the exact reaction that your reader or intended audience is going to have when they're reading your sales letter or watching your videos. So you want to speak boldly. You want to be more aggressive. You want to be over the top with it. And before you think that my audience is too sophisticated, they'll never fall for that, get over yourself. It works. And there's only a couple of industries in my knowledge where you really have to dial back your claims. I know finance is a big one, maybe legal as well. But if you're not in some type of overly regulated industry where you can't exactly make bold claims, you should be speaking very boldly and aggressively in your copy, because that is going to convey a belief in your solution and also get your potential leads or customers really excited about the thing. If I jump on this video and I say, hey, I got the top tips that might work to improve your conversions, you're going to click off in 30 seconds. But if I jump on here and say, I got the absolute best tips that you have to use in order to increase your conversions, you're going to watch. And by the way, make sure you watch all of these, because there's no one thing that actually is going to help you get there. Ultimately, you want to optimize in all of these particular levels, okay? And by the way, since you are still watching this video, drop a like on it if you've gotten any value so far, okay? But let's go ahead and talk about the next tip. All right, so the next tip is that you want to use better quality images and graphics. Now, I'm not a graphic designer, and I have a saying when it comes to my sales funnels: it's all about the booty and not the beauty. And the booty in this case is the offer itself. However, you still want to make sure that you have high quality images and graphics, especially if you know you have a winning offer. You want to pair the two together. And so just look at your images, look at your graphics, and if you can improve those yourself, do it. If not, spend a little bit of money, get some professional images and graphics done, because it will build trust, credibility, and make you look more professional if you have better graphics. All right, so the next tip is that you want to use good quality video content. Video consumption is by far the most consumed format of media online. And so if you're not using video in your sales funnels, you are doing yourself a disservice. So this could be video testimonials, video sales letters, demos, presentations, examples of the service that you provide or the solution or the thing that you're selling, whatever it is. Use video in your funnels. It will absolutely help your conversions. All right, now this next one is that you want to use better or more social proof and testimonials. You may have some testimonials, but just like with the copy that we talked about, if those testimonials are lukewarm, consider swapping them out if you have other more bold, exaggerated, extreme testimonials, or just simply add to the testimonials or social proof that you already have, but just make the more bold ones, the more credible ones, more prominent. One of the people who absolutely crushes it in their funnels when it comes to social proof is Lady Boss. And if you ever saw her original funnel, literally, I want to say like 70% of it is testimonials, because here's what people are looking at when they're actually going through your social proof. They're looking for a person or a situation that's similar to those. So if we're talking about weight loss, for example, as those women are going down her funnel, they are looking for a woman that has a similar body type to them. And when they see that body type and then see the transformation, it just allows them to connect the two together and give them something as far as where they think they may end up. And that becomes a great selling tool. And it's like this in any type of market. So if you're in more of like a coaching or a course thing, when you're looking for social proof, you need people to actually tell their story of where they were starting from and then go over the transformation so that someone hearing that story can then relate to their situation. And if you actually have like a service, say for example, if you're doing automobile detailing or something like that, you want to show as many different vehicles and as many different situations as possible. So again, as people are scrolling through your funnel, they can look and say, oh my goodness, that's how my mat looks, or that's how stained my interior was, or whatever, dry clean, it doesn't matter. So better social proof, more exaggerated social proof to really get people excited and convinced that you can actually give them the transformation that you're promising. All right, so the next thing is call to actions. And we're not going to talk about your button color here, okay? We're talking about the actual words that you're using in your call to actions. Now, personally, I like to use affirmations in my call to actions. So for example, if let's say I was giving away an ebook or something like that, a free guide, then what it would say in the call to action is, yes, I want the free guide, or yes, I want the secrets to finding this, that, or the other, whatever it is. So those are the type of call to actions that I personally like. You want to go through your funnel and optimize those and test different ones. Again, after you have a control, you can then start playing with this, okay? All right, now the last thing, and then I'm actually going to tell you one way to make sure that you actually do all of this optimization correctly, is this: urgency. You have to have real urgency when you're making your offers, because complacency and comfort is the death of the sale. So if you don't have urgency, if the person thinks that they can just get it next week or get it 2 weeks from now or whatever it is, then they are not going to take advantage of it. Now, urgency doesn't necessarily always mean, hey, the deal's going away in 24 hours or this or that. Sometimes it could simply be you creating urgency in your copy by letting them know that this is not something that they can put off another day longer. And the mindset that you want to have when you start thinking about urgency, if you're not in a situation where you can just use a deadline timer, is to dive in on those pain points that they're experiencing and think about it like this. Imagine if you went to a doctor and you had a heart issue. Do you think the doctor would let you walk out of that office just saying, come back in 2 weeks if you had a serious heart issue? No, the doctor doesn't have to tell you, you have 24 hours to decide if you want me to operate on you or else I'm going to operate on someone else. No, the doctor creates urgency by letting you know that the problem and the situation that you're in right now, you cannot afford to go any further without rectifying it. And so that's a mindset that you can adopt in your copy if you're not in a situation where you can simply just slap on a 24-hour deadline timer or whatever it is. Now, obviously, if you're using promotions and special offers and launches and stuff like that, yeah, you can do those things. But if not, then you really got to just adopt that mindset of the person reading this does not have another day to wait to solve the problem. What pain, what happens every day that they delay? So are they losing money every day if they don't do it? Are they losing status every day that they don't do it? Are they inching closer to failure every day that they don't do it? Those are just some things to kind of jog your mind a little bit and help get you to start thinking about how to create that type of urgency. Okay, now, before we wrap up here, here's how you actually do this the right way. You test one thing at a time. The biggest problem that people make is they'll watch a video like this and they'll get these tips, and then they're going to go ahead and start changing every single thing in the funnel, and then they don't know what works, what didn't work, what actually hurt it. So what you want to do is, once you have a control, you want to then test one thing at a time. So what that means is, change your headline first, then come back and change your copy, then come back and change your pictures, then come back and change your call to actions, then come back and tweak your urgency. Urgency is the thing that you might be able to kind of mix and mingle in there, but you want to make sure that you don't just start making wholesale changes, because you'll never actually know what really worked and what didn't. And I'll also say that when it comes to social proof, you can actually just put those in there as well as it comes in. You don't really need to test those individually, but you may decide to see if there is a better testimonial that works in different situations based on audience and different things like that. So there you have it. Those are the top best tips for you to be able to improve your sales conversions inside your sales funnels. And by the way, since you stayed to the end of this video, I do want to go ahead and make you a special offer. As you may or may not know, I have a private community. It's called the List Builders Club, and this is an exclusive community for aggressive list builders and funnel launchers and people who want to really be able to grow their business utilizing sales funnels and online marketing. And so if that's you, I'm going to give you an opportunity to actually join me for free and to get over $8,000 in marketing secrets for free as well. All of those details are going to be at the link in the description below. So go ahead and click that link. It's going to take you over to a landing page. Press the button, input your best email address, and then it's going to show you exactly how to get over $8,000 in marketing secrets for free, and join me inside of that private community where you don't have to worry about people DMing you all of the time, trying to sell you stuff, people just sending you a random friend request, and also you're going to get funnel coaching from me directly. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. But yeah, that wraps up the video. So if you liked it, drop a like on it. Let me know in the comments what are some of your best sales funnel tips and things that you tried that actually helped to improve the conversions. And make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. I'd love to see you around again. And until the next time, peace.